Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's Trevor Lance here, and today we're going to be talking about Palantir, YQ, price ranges, price predictions, and technical analysis here. So, yesterday I predicted the trend line right here on where it was going to hit. Right, it did hit the resistance line here that I had set two days ago. It sort of did hit it, but it didn't. Right, so it went up to 29, 40, 29.50. Went to 29.50. Whereas yesterday I said it was going to go to that price or 31, one of those two. But either way, regardless, yesterday I said this line right here was going to be my this was my previous resistance, which was going to turn into my support line. So now this is my support, and we're looking at the 1 hour chart right now. Yes, it did breach the support, but it's maintaining above the support right now. Where this is the trend line that I'm looking at right now. This is where it's going to be, essentially in the next couple of weeks or next week. This is what it might potentially look like, but then again, fundamentals can change. News articles come out, kind of like what yesterday happened. News article came out that Palantir signed 3 contracts with the military, and it skyrocketed. It hit its peak, and now it's dropping and slowly consolidating into the 2027, 28 range, right? It's consolidating around that area, so this just became my support. So the way I look at this is a high, this is a mid high, this is a low high. So it hit its peak here, hit its peak here, hit its peak here, which potentially we're looking at a right now. I'm looking at an uptrend right now because yes, this might be the high, mid high, and then this is going to be the lowest high. But with Palantir being a really phenomenal technology company, they already got 3 contracts. Next year, in January of in January 2021, there is going to be a lockup period expiring soon. So there's going to be a lot of volume of the stock. It's going to increase and decrease. And I did predict that it wasn't going to be really high. It wasn't going to be a really high price range for Palantir within the 2 months of December. Yes, 27 is higher than 25 and 26, but I was predicting it was going to consolidate around this area though until next year. So it was going to be like that for the like remaining 3 more days of the week, right? And then since we can't trade in Christmas comes, you're gonna have a 3 day weekend. You're gonna have to wait until Monday for the stock to either increase or decline in the downtrend, but I highly doubt it. So this is my analysis for yesterday's analysis for today, but technically it was sort of accurate, right? Because if we move this down here, right? Yes, it did hit up here. It went back down. It went up. Now it's going back down. If we do it in that sense, but since I did it off of the last ones right here, I mean, I guess it still counts, but we move it, essentially the same thing, right? And the reason why I picked this is only in the 1 hour chart, right? If we're looking at the 30-minute chart, basically the same thing, right? Drop back down, went back up, consolidating again, going back up. It's going to start hitting this line again, the support. It's going to be testing the support a lot. And the reason why I did the support was because of this right here, right? This is going to be the support, right? It's three bearish, really, really, really bearish candlesticks. Then you have this, right? The what's it called? Spinning tops, where if you have 2 of them, it depends. It either varies if the next candlestick will be bearish or bullish. So that's why I went off of that. And then this one, I went off that because you started to see a decrease. So this is two bullish candlesticks, one bear, two bull, and then two bear. So in my head, this makes a lot more sense for me. For you guys, it might be different. I based off of my analysis and my techniques off different candlestick methods, different candlesticks than you guys do. But every candlestick has a story to tell. So, and yes, there's patterns for everything, right? There's everything for for algorithms and things like that. So, um, we're gonna remove this, right? I'm gonna remove that. I'm going to draw a different pattern, right? So this is right now. This is 10. It is currently 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time, it'll be 2 o'clock. So predictions for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be, depending on what the market closes at, I doubt it's going to hit to 28 again. Maybe it will hit to 28. So we're going to go here. 27, 25. Maybe. Here. 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 And then close out today. Probably around, where am I going to close out at? 20, let's do 28. 28.60 we're going to close out today, right? So today we're going to close out at 28.60. This is what I think the pattern is going to look like. It's going to touch the support line again, and then it's going to close out at 28.60. It looks pretty bullish. Yes, there's a lot of there's a lot of sellers right now, but if you look at it, three bullish, two bearish, right? Three bullish, bearish. It's gonna keep going this pattern over and over again, right? But that's essentially what the analysis for the rest of the day is going to be like for Palantir for the rest of the day tomorrow. I'm going to make another video at the end of the day just to recap everything, and then we're going to take a look at for tomorrow's analysis as well. So, and then now we're going to go to YQ. Where's the lines? So my chart yesterday, where did I have my my chart here? Where did I have my chart? No, nothing here. Okay, so where was my chart? So yesterday's analysis, right? We're gonna look at what I predicted yesterday, or what I had yesterday. Let's see. Where did I have it? Okay, anyways. So I predicted yesterday I was going to fill this gap, right? It did fill this gap, right? So yesterday it was going to go up. I said I was going to go down here. Maybe like down here, down here, down here, down here, down here, down here, down here. Right, so this was initially going to be my resistance, turning into a support because I thought it was going to fill this whole gap. It did fill the gap a little bit. It did fill the gap, but I thought it was going to surpass this and stay at that level, right? And then this essentially would just become my support line, but it turns out it didn't. So it's still my my resistance because it's still consolidating in this area. Like it broke through the resistance a little bit, massively, went back down massive, and then it's going to go back down. So I think later it's going to skyrocket back up to that price. But we're going to be looking at tomorrow. At the end of the day, we're going to be looking for tomorrow's updates. So this is going to be for... This was my yesterday's prediction, right? Now I'm going to remove this. The rest of the day's prediction. The remaining of this day, probably go back down here. Touch resistance. Back down for the remaining 2 hours that we have, and then right here I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think that's where it's going to stay. So for YQ today is going to stay like this, and YQ is a education technology company, the IPO December 4th, right? December 4th, it had a huge increase to its all-time high, which was $23 from $10. Those of you who got in really made a lot of profit, but then you started seeing the decline, the downtrend, and now it's slowly leveling out at where it should be. This is the price that it should be at right now. So there isn't any news for this stock. This is a stock that came out December 4th. It's a Beijing company. It is an education technology company that is utilized in China to educate their students online. There's online tutoring. There's huge. This is why I like the stock, because this stock has so much potential. It's underrated. Nobody talks about it. I'm the only YouTuber right now who's making videos about YQ. The only YouTuber. So I really like this stock a lot. There's a lot of potential in the upside, and yes, this is a Class A, and this is a American Depository Shares. So they dumped a couple million stocks for investors to invest, and some of the broke runners in this for this company are Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and really, I think those are the only two big bankers that are dealing with this stock right now, that are making sure they're in the NASDAQ. So, I mean, Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs are pretty big names, if you ask me. But this stock is really underrated. It's not talked about. There's not a lot of news about it, which people are going to be like, well, there isn't a lot of news, then it's kind of shady. I don't want to invest in something that, there's no news, there's no potential for growth. I mean, this stock has potential for growth, and it's not talked about. And I think this is the next gen, obviously technology. But I have about 100 shares of this stock. I'm gonna show you my portfolio right now. I use Robinhood, right? I'm not gonna be this YouTuber that doesn't show you what my portfolio looks like. But once this loads, I'm gonna show you what it does. So overall, I have at least 10K invested, 12K invested in myself, 12K. And this past month, as you can see, I didn't start trading anything until November 3rd is when I started trading. So what, a month ago, a little over a month ago. These are my earnings is when I started trading, right? So for someone who doesn't know how to trade, I'm already up $2,000 in the past month. So 15%. YQ, education technology, right? About 150 shares. Got in at 1480, 1460. And the reason why is because I know this is going to hit to what, 15 at the most, right? 15. Gonna close that at 15 maybe. It's looking kind of downtrendy-ish, so we'll see. And then I have Palantir, about 452 shares. This past week, just $1, right? It went up $1, 7%. This past month, 42%. Past 3 months, right? 176. But I have 452 shares, like 10K invested in this, right? I've got 2K earned. 2K earned, and then 2K in the other account, and YQ, which is what, 12K, 15K right now. So, and about 2K in a matter of a month. In about a month, yeah, that's not that bad if you ask me though. So 2K in about a month. But anyways, if you guys like this this video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you guys want to see more, just comment down below. And if you guys want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. If you guys don't, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm just posting these videos because I like to post videos. But I'll see you guys later.